Hi everyone, I'm back again. All right, so we're going to do a quick video on some do's and don'ts. Before I get started, I just wanted to say if you're watching this and you do have experience and you have anything helpful to add, that would be lovely. I'm sure most of the people watching this, their intentions are to learn more, and of course we're trying to help. So anything that you think would be contributory to that, please go ahead and leave it in the comments below. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm here to help. You can always email me at apartmentmanagertips@gmail.com. And again, I'm more than happy to help you. All right, so don't let maintenance pile up. This should go without saying, maybe this person's light switch or a plug. Don't let things pile up. Number one, residents love it. If your property is blessed enough to have a full-time maintenance person, great. They come in the afternoon, say something's broken, you get it fixed by dinner time. Rock star. This person wants to stay, a good resident, I should say, is going to want to stay in a place like this. Good owners are going to appreciate you getting things fixed quickly, because especially if it relates to water or certain types of damages, the quicker you get it done, the less it's going to cost to fix it. Don't let your maintenance pile up. It's never good. It's going to cost you more and it's going to make your residents unhappy, which they might move out and then you're going to have to work harder. So it's a no-no. Don't forget to document. If you're new to this business, there's a saying, document, document, document. You might not know what puzzle piece the person coming in today complaining about that car that gets parked in the back is stored there for 3 days. But if you did write it down, document it, it could come in play later. People's memories aren't always accurate, but more importantly, when it comes to the law, if you ever have to go to court, if you wrote it down the day and the time that it happened, unfortunately, it's just going to be taken more as fact than people's recollections, which are known not to be very accurate. So document everything, even if you think it's irrelevant, print it, put it away in the file, keep it organized. Don't let things fly. As far as the rules go, now this will depend on your property, but especially if you're new when you take over a property, if you know the pool is supposed to close at 10 o'clock, let's just say, and it's your job to be locking it up. When people are consistently asking you for exceptions, don't do it. If the rent is due on the 5th and they come in on the 10th, charge them a late fee if their contract says it. Don't let things fly. They're going to see you as weak and they're going to continually push your buttons, which makes your job harder. Don't be rude. It's so easy when you're walking around the property checking for water leaks and sprinkler leaks when Joe comes up and tells you about his garbage disposal, and you're like, I don't even have a pen and a paper, dude. You can see I'm doing something else. In my opinion, that kind of stuff is really rude. So it would be really easy for me sometimes when I'm in the middle of something and someone interrupts me. I have a really hard time with that. So don't be rude to these people, for whatever reason. Just don't be rude, especially when people are coming in. Don't be rude. Be patient, take a breath. It's going to be okay. Do follow up after work orders. There's been a couple times where I've had maintenance men write off on things. They never even did. I had a maintenance guy that wrote off a work order because he couldn't find what was wrong. That's not okay, dude. They might have used the wrong word. In this industry, you will become familiar with maintenance terms like you never wanted to know before. I can talk with the contractor like the best of them, okay? But a tenant might not know that. They might say the paper on the floor, the floorboard. They're not going to know things. So if I didn't catch it when they sent it over to me, or maybe my maintenance man doesn't call it that for whatever reason, after that work order gets turned in and it's done, it could be your maintenance guy, it could be the roofer, a plumber, anyone, call that resident. Hey, I just wanted to call and follow up and make sure, was everything fixed? How is it working? Did they clean up? Those kinds of things. This is going to help you when it did not get fixed. It always upsets people to have to call again. So you're fixing that. And furthermore, you care. You're doing a good job. You're trying to make sure it was done. Always follow up. If you are just renting to someone, you are setting, I'm going to move a little bit, the light's moving. And now y'all can see my room. So if you're signing a lease with someone, I would always go over in detail with people everything. Now, I'm not saying I'm going over this contract word for word, okay? I do encourage people to read contracts, okay? But for instance, the contract I used on my rental property was 24 pages long. Even going over that quickly could take an hour. If someone wanted me to go over, obviously you go over certain things. In our contracts, we had some very unique, specific things. For instance, we had a bed bug clause. Doesn't matter what, if you caused bed bugs, you're paying for it. That's not normal. So, hey, this, even if someone had rented a bunch of times before, it's still something I want to bring up, because at the end of the day, they're going to be mad at you. It's going to make more work on you when they don't know something. So make your job easier from the start. Let the rules out. Let them know what's expected of them. You can't be discriminatory, you can't profile, but sometimes you might be able to tell certain problems you're going to have with people before you rent to them. For instance, in one of my communities, everyone was very quiet and respectful. So if I had someone that was coming in blaring their music, like right when they're going to move in, I would let them know. This will have you in an eviction court quickly. Obviously you don't want to threaten them, but just letting them know this won't be tolerated here at all. Not once, not never. You're going to get notices. We're going to take you to court. We're going to get you out. Don't do that. We're not going to tolerate it here. This isn't that community. So you let them know from the beginning so that it's not an issue. Encourage communication. So for instance, if it's a nuisance or something like that, I found people don't like repeatedly bringing things to your attention. So of course, when they communicate with you, you're going to write it down and document it, right? But to encourage it, what I like to tell people is I can't fix something if I don't know it's wrong, so encourage communication. And then, of course, make sure you're documenting everything. Inspection and preventative maintenance. This is such a do. The best complex I ever worked on, where I got my ongoing maintenance costs the cheapest, is where my owners were very proactive. So twice a year, we went in just to go look at maintenance. This really can upset a lot of your residents, but put it to them this way. This is your money, and we are making sure it's worth your while. In apartments, it is not common for a resident to pay for the water. But for instance, I rent a house. So if my sink is leaking, I pay my water bill. That's coming out of my pocket. So yeah, I want my landlord to fix that sink. I don't want to pay an extra water bill. What else are you inspecting for? Definitely leaks. You definitely want to inspect for leaks, but any preventative maintenance you can do. If you see something right now, well, it's not really a big issue. It can wait. It can wait as little as possible, because almost never will maintenance cost less when you wait. This goes for the outside of the building too. Make sure you're inspecting the outside, not just the inside. Also with preventative maintenance, if you have air conditioning units, on a property I had that was challenged with their units, we used to quarterly replace the filter in those. So things like that, preventative maintenance you can do. It's going to keep that system from having to work harder than it needs to do its job. And when it's working too hard, it's going to break, and now I have to fix that. Could have been prevented, obviously it's not going to prevent everything. Okay, I'm not saying an air filter is going to, you get me, okay. So last, be professional. It's really easy when someone comes in, just being rude and, you put that 3-day notice on my door because I'm always late with my rent. You're ruining my life. Okay, that notice upset you, but your reaction doesn't want to be, well, don't be defensive. Just be professional. You're just doing your job. It's not personal. But people do take it personal. It's their livelihoods. So those are my quick do's and don'ts. Please add some more and stay tuned. I have more videos coming from you guys. As always, thank you for your time. Have a good day.